back to BA Performance. We're going to do a cam install on 22RE today. So I've already got the valve cover off pretty much, and I got it set to top dead center. To get it set to top dead center, what you do is take a 19 mil wrench and you turn the crankshaft until you get these timing marks here. One there, there, and there, and there, all lined up. And you'll know that you're not 180 off when these rockers here will have free play in them. So it'll be the 2 intake and the opposite exhaust. So this one and this one will all have free play in them. And your rotor will be pointing at what I would call about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock there. So yeah, we'll call that about 10:30. Now that I know I have it top dead center, I'm going to remove this distributor, which is just a 12mm bolt right there. Now that we have the distributor out, next we're going to take this bolt loose right here on the gear of the camshaft, and that's going to allow us to take off that sprocket right there. After removing the distributor gear, there is a bolt right there, and that goes through the head and to the timing cover. So you just crack that one loose so that when you take off these other head bolts, there's no uneven pulling on the head to distort the gasket. So next we are going to pull off the sprocket and hang it on the bungee cord here so that it doesn't skip timing. And now we want to loosen our head bolts in a pattern that will not distort the head gasket again as well. So we're going to start in the middle and work our way in a circle to the outside. Once all of your head bolts are backed all the way out, you're going to want to be very careful not to disturb the head because it is no longer bolted to the block. Now the whole rocker assembly should be able to come off in one piece. So you just keep working it, and eventually you'll get it off, and you want to keep it orientated. Alright, next we're going to take off the cam bearing journals or housings. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them, and you'll notice that each one is labeled 1, 2, and 3, and they all have an arrow on them pointing which way they go. Now these are machined perfectly circle, so it is very important that you keep them in the right order, all pointing in the right direction. Now we can lift the cam right out. Alright, so I'm going with the Redline Cam's Beast Cam. It's got 440 lift, and I don't remember what the duration is. Alright, time to install the cam. We'll throw some assembly lube on there and drop it in. You want to make sure you get her dropped in there good and straight like, and then put your caps back on. I am going to torque my bearings to 15 foot-pounds. Alright, and then I'm just going to make sure that the camshaft spins freely in there yet. Okay, yep, spins real nice. Now we will drop our rocker assembly back on. And you want to make sure you have your cam set back to top dead center so that when you torque down your head bolts, you don't accidentally bend the valve because you have it in the wrong spot there. Alright, it's time to put our head bolts back in. So what you'll want to do is make sure that your threads are all clean, and then you want lubricant on them so that you can get a true torque. So what I'm going to do is just dip them right into this jug of oil and put them back where I found them. Alright, then we're going to torque all the head bolts starting in the middle, working towards the outside, and we're going to start with a torque amount of 30 foot-pounds, and then we're going to go to 50 foot-pounds, and then we're going to go to 65 foot-pounds. Alright, now we can put our cam gear back on. We're going to torque the cam bolt to 58 foot-pounds. All we have to do now is set valve lash, and so when you're on top dead center, it's going to be intake, intake, exhaust is opposite. So we're going to do these four. That one, that one, that one, and that one. And then we'll do those two and those two after we spin it 180. So the spec sheet gave me 7,000th on intake and 9,000th on exhaust. Alright, everything is put back. Hopefully we followed the proper order of operations and it'll start right up. So time to find out if this bump stick is as thick as it was advertised. We'll probably have to adjust timing, so it might sound a little weird in the beginning. Hopefully it doesn't just bend valves. Forgot to plug in the distributor. Let's try that again. Set it right to about the middle. I think it sounds pretty good, but I can't actually tell if it's any more lumpy or not. I guess I'll take it for a drive and see what that does. Alright everyone, I've been putzing around with the truck a little bit. I changed out the alternator, so now when it starts up it doesn't have that high-pitched squeal, so maybe you'll actually be able to hear what it sounds like. And I drove it around a little bit and reset the valve lash again and the timing and stuff. I would say overall, you know, butt dyno is telling me probably about 15 horsepower added, you know, which is quite a bit for, you know, 22 RE, of course. So could be more, could be less. Feels good, sounds pretty good. I'll fire it back up so you guys can hear it again.
You know, I'm a little worried about the head gasket. You know, if maybe we bumped it or something, you know, it could have compromised the head gasket, but that is something that only time is going to tell. I'm going to have to drive it and find out. A lot more stuff to come with this truck. Like, still working on the 5-speed swap. Once I get ready to do it, I'm just going to hopefully be able to knock it all out at once. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, and peace out.
Broadcast performance is what it stands for.